Why? Why is he so petty? Mic check. Yo. Yeah. This is that Doctor Who reaction flow I am fairly fond of. Amy Pond, I get kicked off the Kent like a Cyberman. I exterminate like a Dalek. I'm on and off like the TARDIS. Woo! What it do, ski? It's your boy Farewell34, and today I'm here with our reaction video to Doctor Who Season 8, Episode 3. How's it going, everybody? I feel like I've been missing Doctor Who in my life. I've just been like recording a bunch of different shows recently. It was obviously over the break from Wednesday to Monday. I didn't get to pre-recording Doctor Who, but I really I wanted to just get it straight into season 8 more, so I'll be doing a bunch more episodes. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well. Last episode, I thought it sort of missed the mark a little bit, but I also appreciated certain aspects of it with like the good Dalek, and I guess it does make sense. Doctors typically after a regeneration, they sort of have like an identity crisis, right? So while it did sort of seem left field, it's not too far out of line with what we've previously known with the Doctors, but it did feel a little bit off. With that being said, let's just dive into episode 3 and see what 12's gonna happen. What's gonna happen with 12? As always, if you enjoy this one, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, don't forget to check out my social media links right over here if you want to go follow your boy, check up on you. And with that being said, let's get right into it, guys. I'm not gonna wear my glasses, so.
Whenever, anywhere in time and space.
Well, there is someone.
Try me.
You'll say he's made up, that there is no such thing.
Go on.
It's
Santa?
It's Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
Yeah! I love that story.
It's made up. There's no such thing.
Ah,
You could probably find somebody who's like Robin Hood.
Just passing the time. Hey, what about Mars?
What?
The Ice Warrior
You
hives.
said it was my choice.
Or the tumescent arrows of the Half-Light.
It's almost like he's apprehensive, like he knows somebody who's like Robin Hood, or knows the actual Robin Hood, and they have beef. Let's see how wonky this one will be. Is Robin Hood gonna die and go to heaven? See Joel Edgerton and Jamie Foxx.
Distress, no pretty castles. No such thing as Robin Hood.
You called?
I mean, that does look like a Robin Hood to me. Or a Green Arrow cosplay.
Trick with mirrors, no doubt.
There's a TARDIS.
Whatever it is, you bony rascal, I'm afraid I must relieve you of it. Robin Hood laughs in the face of all.
And do people ever punch you in the face when you do that? Not as yet.
Bit much, but woo. What do you reckon, Doctor?
Solo?
Shit. Are there any more in there?
Oh my god.
Oh, she really did want this, so.
Oh my god, it is, isn't it?
I was about to relieve you of your magic box.
Didn't expect a LARPing episode, but
Nobody,
okay.
son, not in this universe or the next.
Well, then draw your sword and prove your words.
I have no sword. I don't need a sword.
I have a
Because I
screwdriver.
am the Doctor. And this is my spoon. Hunger!
Ow!
You
You're
flicked him.
amazing.
Had some experience. Richard the Lionheart. You.
Disrespecting the fit? Ooh, we don't do that, bud.
Doctor?
I think you killed him. Oh, what the fuck? Man of many memes.
In the name of all that's holy, take our monies, take our treasure, tear out its black heart!
Would you now?
Game of
Spare
Thrones?
this dear child.
Take you. A lardy lacquet like you.
Oh. See ya. How did you even have that much saliva? Or spit?
Live to regret that.
Did he just have a beverage?
You won't.
Music brightens up these dark days.
Fair stranger, you are welcome here in Sherwood's bonny glade. Ow!
Sorry. Blood analysis. If you were real, you'd be dead in 6 months.
I am real.
Fine.
This
I was not expecting an episode like this.
prescription.
What say you, lads?
Stop laughing.
He's
Why
really
are
not
you
having
always
it.
doing that? Are you all simple or something? I'm going to need a sample.
Of what?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Might be inside a miniscope.
Oh, shut up.
A miniscope, yes, of course. Why not?
I mean, there's robot in the title, unless they're trying to deceive us.
Not quite of the real world.
No. No, he's not really. Not most of the time.
There is such beauty here.
I do not live this outlaw life by choice. You see before you Robert
Earl of Locksley.
Lee. Yes.
Yes.
I dared to speak out against Prince John. Lost the thing most dear to me.
What was she called?
So very quick. Does the doctor stand it?
Marion?
You know her.
Yes. I have always known her.
Well, it was Marion who told me that I must stand up and be counted. Yeah, maybe one day I will return home, but until that day it is beholden on me to be the man Marion wanted. To be a hero for those this tyrant sheriff slaughters.
Mr.
Somewhat afternoon.
What season?
Oh, Dame Autumn has...
I also noticed like a really bright filter. I don't know if that's on purpose or not.
Climate change?
Tomorrow, there is to be a contest to find the best archer in the land and the bounty. There is no contest.
Right! That isn't even funny. That was bantering. I am totally against bantering.
How can you be so sure he is not the real thing?
Because he can't be.
When did you stop believing in everything?
When did you start believing in impossible heroes?
Don't you know?
That's when I met you.
Anyway, it's rather sweet.
Ben's checking everything. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, for like a millisecond, I thought it was the same actor who played Shakespeare. Robin and the Gang of Real. Doctor, he's so petty. Oh my goodness. He's so mad.
Surprise it is me. I'm the doctor. My skills as a bowman speak for themselves. I claim my reward.
I am dead. This guy's like, this is all a simulation.
Something else. Name it.
Are we all just one-upping each other? What's going on here? What the f? Let me hop in this bitch. Why? Why is he so petty?
Him!
Oh my god.
I don't need saving.
Your Honor is safe.
I know.
I am Robin. Robin Hood!
Robot. Now we're getting somewhere.
Take them!
Oh, these are pretty cool character designs, though, eh?
He surrenders.
What? Hey! You miserable cur! I had them on the run! Flee, lads! Flee! Live to fight another day!
That's also very true.
Gargoyle, what are you?
Leave it.
He only needs to rest. We all need to rest.
Analysis shows that
No! No!
Ooh, that probably smells really bad. Burnt hot dog water. That's my guess.
Shut it, Hoodie. I saved your life.
I had the situation well in hand.
Long-haired ninny versus robot killer knights. Wherever I'd put my money.
If you had not betrayed me, grey old man.
God! He's laughing again. You can't keep me locked up with a laughing person.
I find that. Do you know, I feel another laugh coming on.
Guards, I cannot remain in this cell! Execute me
No,
now!
then execute the old fool.
No, hang on. Execute him.
I do not fear death, so execute away!
Execute him. It's rolling around the floor laughing. I would pay good money to see that. Guard! Guard! Guard!
You two, shut up! Neither of you understand in any way at all that there isn't actually a guard out there. Actually, the best that you can do. You're determined to starve to death in here, squabbling.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'd last a lot longer than this desiccated man crone.
Really? Really? I think you'll find I have a certain genetic advantage.
It is not a competition about who can die slower.
Definitely with me, though, wouldn't it?
I'm actually really enjoying the doctors being hella cheesed.
Yeah, of course I have a plan.
I too have a plan.
Because you might have forgotten the Sheriff of Nottingham has taken your screwdriver, just saying. So is a screwdriver.
Right, okay, well, let's hear Robin's plan.
For God's sake.
See? There was a guard. There was a guard listening the whole time. I knew it.
Remember the Christmas special with those like golden mannequin angels, whatever it was? That's the only thing I can think of if we're going back in the day. But probably not.
You're the one with the robot army, you tell me.
I'm sorry?
Moan. Beat your breast. Moan. Groan as though 20 devils possessed your guts.
What for?
So as to attract the attention of that. No. Well, it won't work.
Why?
Because you are clearly more advanced in years and you have a sickly aspect to you.
Have a what?
Fine, if you want something doing. Can I rely on you to do the rest?
Yes, I know the drill.
What is this sin?
No business of yours, Carr. Speak up. I can't hear you.
What ails him?
None of your business.
I said, what ails him?
He's like this whenever he's in any kind of danger. He just can't seem to cope. He gets so afraid. He goes into a kind of fit. I honestly believe that he may die of sheer fright like some tiny, shivering little mouse. Oh, God, I think he soiled himself.
Let him die. It'll save us the trouble of executing him.
And what will happen to the reward?
Reward?
He carries a vital message. The prince has promised a bounty.
Breath stinks like a serpent. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yoit!
Soiled myself.
Did you? That's getting into character. Okay, keys. I'll get them. No, I'll get them.
No, guys, we don't need it.
It's fine. No worries. I'll get them.
That water, the little plunge was
Right side.
just a icing on the cake.
Clara didn't see that.
But enough
A mess, both of them.
of tawdry matters.
Great men always proceed.
You have a point.
It's pretty
Your
good
story, then?
way to body him.
Once upon a time.
Don't even have to close my eyes.
Unappreciated by his royal master.
Prince John.
The very same.
Fury.
I'd almost call it a crash. I remember it well.
Craft from the heavenly spheres, bedight with twinkling lights, and miracles beyond imagining. The most beautiful thing, the brave, was I,
He's doing a really good job here of getting information.
to whom the mechanical men within imparted their secrets. And after Lincoln,
Works up.
the world!
So what are you hanging around here for, then, Your Majesty? Why are you bothering to squeeze pips out of peasants if you've got a skyship on standby?
Enough questions. I'm impatient to hear your story.
Oh. But I do not have one.
Very well.
For what?
Doesn't every king acquire a consort?
Right. You do that again, and you'll regret that.
Boom, the boys are back in town. I'm certain these are new aliens.
No more fairy tales. Where was the ship headed? The promised land.
Promised land.
Disguised itself as a 12th century castle. Merges into the culture. Tries to keep a low profile. They're leaking radiation into the local atmosphere, creating a temporary climate of staggering benevolence.
I beg pardon?
Told you. It's too sunny. It's too green.
Yep.
And there is even an evil sheriff to oppress the locals. This explains everything, even you.
It does.
Well, what does every oppressed peasant workforce need? The illusion of hope.
Damn.
Some silly story to get them through the day, lull them into docility, and keep them working. Ship's data bank. Isn't it time you came clean with me? You're not real and you know it. Look at you. Perfect eyes, perfect teeth. Nobody has a jawline like that. You're as much a part of what is happening here as the sheriff.
That's why the doctor's all kind of upset.
You're a
because
robot.
he's used by him. And he's calling
to
him out for
accuse
being
me
a
of
robot.
collusion with that villain, the sheriff.
I dare.
You false-tongued knave.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. This is all play acting.
We can't just let them kill him.
You're not fooling anyone, Sheriff.
Surviving.
Oh. Into the moat they go.
Last destination, London. There, I will obliterate the king and take my rightful place as ruler of this sceptred isle.
Stoking up a gigantic bomb.
Oh boy, 12 got chopped. So he was right about the whole robot shindig.
The time for games is over.
I was wondering how they're gonna connect her back.
Gold. Spread the word.
You will tell me everything this doctor knows about Robin Hood and his merry men. You will tell me exactly who this doctor is and what are his plans.
I'm afraid you're a little late.
Explain.
I'm already free!
I feel like that has some high meme potential. Oh wow.
Who will rid me of this turbulent doctor?
Everyone! The last one!
Join forces.
Out! Everyone, quickly get out!
But she's not real.
You are indeed an ingenious fellow, Doctor.
I'd rather think you're the revolting one around here. I'm bantering. Listen to me. You don't have enough gold content to seal the engine breach. If you try and take off, you will wipe out half of England.
Liar! From my sky vessel, I shall rule omnipotent.
You pudding-headed primitive, shut down the engines. Listen to me, it doesn't have to end like this. Shut it all down. Return Clara to me and I'll do what I can.
I don't have Clara. Is not one of mine.
Of course he is. He's a robot. Pacify the locals.
What sense would that make? That would be a terrible idea.
Yes. Yes, it would. Yes, that'd be a rubbish idea. Why would you do that? But he can't be. He's not real.
Unless they're real, shit.
He's a legend!
Too kind. And this legend does not come alone.
Hiya.
That boy is real. The forearm strength that's required for that is actually unbelievable. I'm just thinking about that. What the fuck?
You okay?
Fine, yeah.
Good, we don't have long.
Well, slice him open. Let's see if this boy's real.
Doctor.
I know the whole castle's about to blow.
You have long been a thorn in my side.
Can we make it a little earlier?
Because that's a little past my bedtime.
It's like a theater play. It's like a play or something. Who's going in?
Are you still talking?
Blood or oil? Survey says.
Bow down before your new king, you prince of knaves.
A switcheroo? This guy fell into the lava pit like the man fell into the ood brain. I'm gonna go blood.
That was amazing.
Robbers! I love you boys.
Doctor, what are you suggesting?
Golden arrow. Might just be enough gold content to get the ship into orbit and out of harm's way.
Okay. Letting him do it.
My arm is injured.
Ian, right.
Oh wow, thanks, Doctor.
You do taekwondo? That's not the same thing as
My
this.
friends. Surely we can manage it together.
All three of them?
Engine capacity at
That's some cute shit.
80%. Insufficient power. Maximum.
See ya.
back in on the laughing thing. I'm gonna miss you.
Whoever he is a very lucky man.
Marion is very lucky too.
Clara Oswald.
So you gotta meet her one of her favorites. That's really nice.
Stories can make us fly.
I'm still having a little trouble believing yours, I'm afraid.
Is it so hard to credit? That a man born into wealth and privilege should find the plight of the oppressed and weak too much to bear?
No.
Until one night he is moved to steal a TARDIS, fly among the stars fighting the good fight.
She should not have told you any of that.
Well, once the story started, she could hardly stop herself. You are her hero, I think.
I'm not a hero.
Well, neither am I. But if we both keep pretending to be, perhaps others will be heroes in our name. Perhaps we will both be stories. And may those stories never end. Goodbye, Doctor. Time Lord of Gallifrey.
Goodbye, Robin Hood, Earl of Locksley.
And remember, Doctor, I'm just as real as you are.
You got him there still.
Admit it.
You like him.
You like him.
Oh.
Robin?
I actually thought they were just gonna leave it there still. And that was my reaction video to Doctor Who Season 8, Episode 3. That was my reaction video. This was an interesting episode. At first, I found this to be sort of like I don't know where exactly they were gonna go with this episode. I thought it was just sort of gonna be like in an offbeat sort of comical episode. As it progressed, I started to see them sort of throw in the parallels between the Doctor and Robin Hood. Especially they really hammered it in towards the end. The idea with the robots and stuff I thought was pretty cool. Like, overall, I think I found this to be a sort of fun, I want to say like guilty pleasure of an episode. I think watching Robin and 12 just go back and forth and just see him be so petty was honestly a lot of fun to watch throughout the episode. Story was okay, but I also liked how they sort of brought it back into more serious tone towards the end. Is he real or not? What's going on here? And then it turns out that he is real, and then sort of like establishing, well, some of us are just, you know, we're stories at the end of the day, and you can see some parallels between the Doctor and Robin. So I actually found that to be a pretty interesting theme and idea that they were going for this one. Do I think it was executed the best? I think it was an enjoyable episode. I had some fun with this one. Little nitpicks here and there, but highlights for me had to have been, I think, the performance by 12. I also think Clara was particularly strong in this episode in terms of performance, the way that her character was utilized here, just sort of you know, finessing the Lord. I also find how one of Clara's favorite heroes is practically you know, is very similar to how the Doctor is. So interesting that they chose not to have the Lord go to heaven or whatever it was. So I guess maybe this isn't sort of an important episode in the larger scheme. This might be just a one-off, and I'm fine with that. I thought this was a cool different pace of change, like going into, we've done like people like Shakespeare, but we haven't done too many like mythical or you know, legends all too much. So it was cool to dive into a character like Robin Hood and just see them, you know, in the olden days, all the all the laughing, and you know, the 12th century setting, and you know, all of his crew. A fun tone episode with some decently baked you know, serious themes throughout it. Yeah, guys, that was my thoughts on this episode. What'd you think? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, if you enjoyed this one, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, y'all, in case you're interested in getting the full unedited raw reaction and more, then definitely check out patreon.com/Farewell34 in the description down below. I will see you all next time, y'all. Peace.